Hello. Thank you very much for coming in here. So today I'll be presenting the technology, the back office technology is the core of every fintech business. And I prepared a small presentation to give a brief overview over this topic. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory. What is a back office in general? So for every IT product, there is of course a huge operation going on the back end. So once the end users are proceeding with the registration, you need to pass the data into some sort of the server. Once they are passing the KYC, once they're making the deposits, that's a huge amount of data that is being processed through the IT functionality, and after that it's being stored on the data table. It's being processed through, and then the administrators, the compliance, the admins are able to process this data in any way suitable. So once you want to check how many deposits were made in November, what were the main source of income, what are they mostly trading, so you can access this data through the back office. So over here for the end users, the main target is of course the front end. It's all about the nice buttons, the nice transition, the nice user experience. But for the company, for the workers of the company, it's all about the data storage. It's all about the back office functionality. And here I'm going to be elaborating a little bit more about the key functionality. So of course, the first one is the data tables. Every piece of act of the end user needs to be stored. It needs to be gathered, and it needs to be compared with the general information flow into the technology. The access rights, of course, in the company, in each and every company, there are responsibilities of each and every person. Once it is a compliance manager, he needs to process through the KYC documents. Once it is a dealing officer, he needs to check all the trades. Are they being hedged or not? What is the percentage of the hedging? As you know, once the business model is established for the business, some may take care of this. The integrations configuration, I'll be elaborating a little bit more about this, but you need to be sure that all the integrations are working. All the integrations are settled down as they need to be. The banners and announcement, those are more of a marketing tools that you want to configure in the back office. You want to attract new customers, you want to target new regions, and you want to make sure that you're making those settings on the fly and that your marketing department has the functionality to do so. The financial information. This is like one of the most important parts. Basically, all the deposits, withdrawal, transfers, all the trading activity needs to be stored in there for your finance departments to take care, to see what's the money flow, what's the money outflow, the client requests. You want to make sure that all the requests, the payout requests, all the verification requests, all the transfer requests are being handled properly by your support or by your, again, financial department. So you need to make sure that you're keeping all the data, such as the personal accounts, their balances. If you want to, keep in touch with the end user and make sure he's performing the exact functionality that you want him to perform, you want to see that on the back office. The trading accounts data. So in the end, for all types of fintech businesses, it's about, trading, it's about, earning money, and you want to make sure that you see that all the leverage options, you want to see all the open positions, what's the most tradable pair, what's the least tradable pair, make adjustments on the groups. So here is the tables for this as well, and the legal documents. So this is basically part of the KYC flow, where all the clients, once they're, registering, they need to pass the KYC, and your legal department needs to check those KYC, or they can be checked automatically by, third-party integrations. In this case, it needs to be stored as well. The documents and everything needs to be stored. For the integrations part, so the back office for all types of financial institution, it's a huge amount of work. And, you want to handle all types of functionality. You want to handle the payments, the marketing, you want to handle the verification in there. However, you cannot be, perfect in every aspect. So this is why there are other third-party providers. There are other companies that are making, a much better work than you do. And you want to make sure that you're using those partners in the most efficient way possible. So this is why the back office is being structured as well around the third-party integration, such as payments, for example. You want to make sure that you're integrated with, with PayPal. You want to make sure that you're integrated with Skrill, with other payment solutions that allows you to target certain markets and that are sure that they will process the payments correctly in the way that the business needs to be processed. The marketing, such as SendGrid, to send, the emails to your end users once you've launched your new marketing campaign on the trading. There is an active campaign. There are Google Analytics to see the heat maps, where are the most, targetable trading accounts, on which buttons are the mostly clicked. The support is, of course, like support pal. You want to make sure that you have a support department, because the client, once he has a problem, he's in the most vulnerable position. So you want to make sure that you're helping him in the most efficient way possible. The verification part, of course, every legitimate business needs to verify the customer, needs to process this automatically, and if it's a manual work, it may take days, and the client will just end up leaving the business. So you want to make sure you're integrating with the providers such as Sum and Substance, such as IdentityMind, that are allowing you to process the verification through minutes, basically. The trading platforms, this is one of the key trends right now. Before it was just, if you have one trading platform, you were almost sure that you're all good. But right now, as many trading platforms as you can get for different types of fintech businesses, for brokerages, for crypto brokerages, you want to make sure that you're integrated with them in the most correct way, that you're allowing your clients to see all the trades, to see as many trading pairs as possible, to check all the, the market depth widget, the trading view widget. So you are integrating with third-party trading providers. The SMS envoy, it's pretty simple. You want to make sure that you're sending all the messages correctly once the withdrawal has been processed successfully, or you got a new deposit in your back office. You want to make sure that you are keeping your end users informed about their activity. And of course, the different types of plugins that can be connected through the back office API. I'll elaborate a little bit more on the next slide. However, this brings another level of functionality to your back office, where basically through the technology of the API, you're allowing to expand the functionality of your back office by different types of plugins. Like, for example, custom bonuses. For trading, as many trades as you can get, you're getting a different types of bonus. Or like outside registration, if you want to, automatically register the client on the website without even redirecting him to the CRM system. And this is actually the showcase of the integration. So as you can see, if I am the CRM user and I'm entering the CRM, once I enter the CRM, I want to make sure that it's secure. So I'm automatically enabling the 2FA, which is basically provided by the Google Authenticator. That's the one integration already. Then I'm passing the verification where I'm uploading my documents, which are being automatically processed by the providers such as Sum and Substance, IDWise, or IdentityMind. And I'm getting myself, verified in 2-3 minutes. That's the second case. Then I'm making the deposit through different types of payment systems, Skrill, Neteller. That's the integration. And I'm able to deposit the money. I'm able to basically fund my account through third-party integrations. Then I'm with this money deposited into the system. I'm going in and I'm starting to trade, through MetaTrader, through CTrader, through B2Trader, or different types of trading platforms. Of course, for me as the end user, it's all about the UI. I'm seeing, buy and sell. I'm seeing all the different types of indicators. I'm setting them up. But however, on the back office level, on the company level, it's all about the, integration with this trading platform provider. After that, I want to make sure that I am, getting different types of rebates. For example, I like the business. I want to, introduce my friends into this business. I want to make sure that while introducing, I'm also getting a little small percentage of the revenue. So there is a functionality called referral program, which is basically I'm sending you the link. I'm giving you an introduction of the business I'm using. And once the client that I referred logs in and starts trading, I'm getting like a small percentage of this. I'll elaborate a little bit further on the next slide on this. And the help desk, of course, as I stated before, once I have a problem, I have a place where I can reach with my problem, provide the details, and everything will be sorted for me, which is also provided by the third-party company. So this is basically the showcase where different types of functionality that for the end user seems the same platform, that like one place, can be handled by different types of providers. And this is why it is essential to have those integrations ready in your own solution, because in the end, it's all about, the user experience throughout this line. The back office API model, that's basically another technological level to your fintech business, to your basically generally every business. Because once you're bringing in the ability of technologically expanding your business, basically providing the functionality that the end user can reach through the API as well, then another company can come in and say, look, I'll take your API, I'll resell the product that I'm gonna do with your API, and then most of your clients can purchase from me as well, but I'll bring you more and more and more end users. And of course, for example, like a custom registration plugin or external payment system integration plugin, once you're allowing the companies to use your software, to use your technology in order to expand your own technology, in the end, this brings you customers. This brings you more and more and more business. This is basically the back office API level. And as stated on the bottom, you're basically creating the marketplace under the roof of your own product. The mobile application, of course, like a huge amount of work done on the back office level allows you not only to onboard clients through the desktop, because the technology written on the desktop and the iOS or Android applications, they're different. On the backend, they're almost the same. However, there needs to be adjustments made for for Face and Touch ID, for the adaptive UI, because there are of course smaller screens apart from the desktop part. And yeah, so with advanced back office functionality, you're able to reach clients both desktop-wise and both mobile-wise. And they're able to trade, while they're in a cab, while they're in the airplane, if there's a Wi-Fi, of course, everywhere. The affiliate model, basically the referral program that I stated before, this is an additional layout to every fintech business where basically the brokerage or the exchange allows the end users to introduce new end users, basically like a free marketing for the business. However, there is a percentage based on different types of activity that the referred client is performing, such as trading. For example, if I'm trading, I'm being referred by someone and I end up trading 100 lots, I paid a certain amount of commission, so the person who referred me will get a small percentage of that. Or based on the markup on the, on the trading pair, or based on the spread between, ask and bid, or based on the lots that I am traded. So basically, in the end, the brokerage leaves a part of the profit that he's made with the end user. However, he's expanding his marketplace, he's expanding the target zones of the end users, he's expanding his client base, basically, in the end. And this, almost free marketing. Let me adjust that. All right, and those are different types of functionality that you can reach with those through banners, advertising on the websites. Because with the affiliate module support, you're able to say that, look, if you want to refer someone, here is the banner, here is the main information about our business. Come and check it out. Come and make a deposit. Check it out, trade with us, or something different. Online trading portals, there can be also different types of dashboards where you can see, the top traders, how many percentage are winning, losing, what are the most top traded pairs, and everything. And through this, you're attracting more and more customers. The security, one of the most important topics for the back office model, because once you're building something in the IT sphere, you want to make sure that it's 24/7. It's secure, the information is not breachable. And this security breaks down into 3 different layers, because for end users, it's a bit simple. You're enabling 2FA, you're enabling anti-phishing coding, which basically proves that all the emails that you're getting are legit from this company. There is a device management when you can automatically check from which devices you're logged in, and if there is an unknown device, you just remove it from there, it automatically logs you out. Or there is an address whitelist, which is mainly applicable to cryptocurrency, where in your CRM as an end user, you're able to, basically whitelist the address where it's only allowed to withdraw a certain amount of, crypto. There is an email confirmation, SMS confirmation, and KYC documents, where basically about all the activity that you're performing on a different type of portal, on different type of CRM, it is validated through the email confirmation. So once it's performed, you will automatically get a notification on this. This is for the end users. So for the business, it's much, much more complicated, because, you need to have different types of, departments where there will be a support department, there will be a dealing department, there will be a security department who will be monitoring, the IP history. If there is, a blacklisted IP, you need to make sure that it's, that you are basically reacting in a minute to this situation. There are blocked clients monitoring. So once there is a client who is, scamming you or doing something illegally, you need to make sure that in one click, you can just remove him from the platform. There is a transaction monitoring, of course, a big question to the transaction part, because once the transaction comes in, you need to make sure that you are checking the validity of the transaction. Even in the like cryptocurrency right now, you need to make sure that it didn't come from, from the black market. And if so, you need to block it immediately, not even, credit the client. There is an email blacklist, client request data. So as I said, like all the data should be stored and checked by your departments in order to check for the validity of the actions performed by your end users. And of course, logs. Like this is pretty much simple. Well, like once everything happened, you need to make sure that you have, all the structure of what happened on each and every line of coding, basically. And for the IT, this is basically generically for the whole solution. You need to make sure that you are using correct services for hosting your solutions, such as AWS solutions, or there are different types of hosting solutions that you make sure that they're 24/7. If something happens, if there is a DDoS attack, you need to make sure that your software will handle this. There is an information security certification. There are different types of those. Actually, there is, I think, like there is a GDPR certification, General Data Protection Regulation, and you want to make sure that you are accepted by all of those certifications, because you need to store the information in the correct way. You need to handle the information in the correct way, because if not, you will end up, in a scandal. Your business can end up in a scandal. If the information is breached, you will lose your reputation. Backed up servers, even if your main server is done for, if the DDoS attack, was successful, you need to make sure that you can transfer your live server into the backup server and immediately, you're back live and online. There are monitoring services. There are actually like so many technological providers that are basically allowing you to see, how many requests per second you have on the server, how many registrations you have, and if those will rise, you'll basically know that something wrong is happening with your server. And of course, the data storage, the code and logs encryption. This is like one of the most important part, because if someone gets an access to your coding and even to your data tables, you need to make sure that they are fully encrypted, because if not, they'll just download this full information, they'll put it on the internet, or like try to sell it, try to, to blackmail you. And this is basically like a general idea of the infrastructure around the, IT product support. So the backend is fully connected to the queues, to the monitoring, to the database cluster, to the logs, and to the MTA. And those keys interconnected with the services, such as, anti-fraud services, such as the data storage services. So they're broken down, so they're, independent from each other. And this backend and frontend has the production server, has the backup server, and even has the staging server. Because if you're updating something, if you're changing something in the code, you want to make sure that you tested it first. You want to make sure that it's working before you upload it for the end users to use. And of course, the access, which is the load balancer, the scaling, because once, you've done a marketing campaign, you have an average, registration of like 1K users. Then after the marketing, it's 100K users. You want to make sure that you scale the server in the right way for him to handle this. The firewalls, the Cloudflare, which is basically the provider who handles the DDoS attacks, who can put you and again, manage you in tricky situations. And of course, the front-end part, which is the admin panel that your departments will use, where all the data that was stored on the server will be, shown for your different types of departments. And of course, based on separate rights, you will be able to access a certain type of information. The API itself, the KYC SDK, the mobile app, the trading UI, and of course the translations, which are highly connected to the front end, because once you're targeting new markets, you want to make sure that your system is translated in the correct way. And of course, the integrations part, which is on the front. Like I said earlier, you want to make sure that you have as many integrations as possible with the best partners. So before that, you do not need to go blindly into, the first provider you saw on the internet. Once you found the partner, the provider that you are sure that will be able to handle your processes in a perfect way, this is the moment where you integrate it with your solution. The case of this, basically CRM, the case of this back office functionality. So this is one of our products, which is basically the B2 Core, the CRM system, where everything that I previously stated is basically done. As you can see here, we have like the front-end part, which consists of the wallets itself, which has the funds section with 100 plus payment system integrations. We have the trading platform sections, which is basically integrations through the MetaTrader, through the C-Trader, through the B2Trader. And there will be 2 more trading platforms coming really soon. The IB module, which is basically the module for the partners to be able to gather the referral link, to be able to see how many people he attracted, what they're performing, how many trades they did. And this is also related to the trading analytics, where I can see, the dynamics of my P&L, the dynamics of my trading account, etc., etc. And the dashboard, where I can see, the general information about my verification level, about the whole, pie chart of my balances, about the, all the quick links, about the, quote widget to see where are all the, key markets are going. And of course, like those are all, and the KYC part, of course, the verification module where the end users are passing through the different types of documents in order to get fully verified. And this is basically the solution which is already, integrated with different types of providers and has this back office core functionality in order to handle all of those that I stated in the previous slide. All right, and now let me tell you a little bit about our whole ecosystem. So B2Broker group of companies, we offer turnkey solutions for different types of fintech businesses, such as brokerages, crypto exchanges, crypto brokerages, basically all types of fintech businesses. And those turnkey solutions consists of different components, such as the CRM that I gave a presentation today, the mobile application, the B2 Trader, which is basically the spot exchange trading platform, matching engine, the B2 Core IB, which is basically the functionality of the affiliate system that allows basically to grow the business and, as I stated, to generate referral links. The Marksman, it's our liquidity hub to spot exchanges and to perpetual futures. And B2 Copy is our money management platform. We also offer prime of prime multi-asset liquidity. And we are partnered and interconnected with main trading platforms such as MetaTrader, CTrader, and B2 Trader. And there will be more and more trading platforms coming really soon to our basically trading platform boutique, let's say it this way. And we are partnered with the main liquidity hubs such as Primex M10, Marksman, and Centroid. Of course, we're also offering our crypto processing payment gateway, which is B2B Pay, and those are our digital banking services under the name of Acquire, our venture capital fund, B2Broker VC, and we have our own digital assets exchange, B2BX, which is licensed in Estonia and is serving corporate clients. And as I stated, in those turnkey solutions, so to give you an example, if you're willing to open a brokerage solution, you can come to us, and you're basically taking the B2 Core as the CRM, the liquidity, you're taking the trading platform white label, like for example CTrader, you're taking B2B Pay as the cryptocurrency payment gateway, and you're free to go. It's already interconnected between each other, so you need to just target your marketing, and you're entering the market with the optimal, time to market. Here are our QR codes to the main, social medias, such as YouTube or Telegram. We're posting videos in there every day and all the news, so if you want to copy this. And yep. Thank you. Thank you.